नाल्ल पाडपाक पाडेली ना, माडार चडपाक कळना आनी झाडार चडपाचें मशीन हाडलें तरी पूण चडपाक कोणूच तयार ना. अशे परिस्थितीन डॉन बॉस्को कॉलेज ऑफ इंजिनियरींग फातोड्डेच्या विद्यार्थ्यांनी एक उपाय सोदून काडला. मनीस नाका, आतां मशीनूच माडार चडटलें आनी नाल्लय पाडटलें. कशें? पळयात तर.
My name is Majaz Sheikh and the title of our project is Design and Development of a Coconut Harvesting Bot. It is basically a bot that can climb a coconut tree and harvest the coconuts without actually a person climbing the tree. And this is our final year project that we had done throughout the year, in the final year. So the team members are myself, Majaz Sheikh, Vilander, Aaron, Zakaria, Saurabh Pawar and George Ivan. By looking at the current situation, the farmers who are into this business do not want their children to climb the tree again. They want to shift to white collar jobs. So that is the reason we thought of a project that could help in this area.
जो प्रोजेक्ट आसा तो प्रोजेक्टाक भरपूर जाणांनी अशें ट्राय केला. जायत्या जाणांनी म्हणजे तामिळनाडून, केरळान, पण हातून मेन प्रॉब्लम जो आसा तो जे मशीन जे आसा, कटींग मेकॅनिझम आसा ते कोकोनट बारकांतल्यान वयर व्हरपाचो. ताच्या खातीर भरपूर अशी चॅलेंज आसा आनी ती चॅलेंज म्हटल्यार की प्रत्येक कोकोनटाचो बार्क जो आसा तो डिफरंट आसा आनी ताची सायज वेगवेगळी आसल्या कारणान ताच्या खातीर वयर चडपाचें मेकॅनिझम हे इवनली आसपाक जायना. प्रत्येक कंडिशनाक हे डिफरंट आसतले आनी प्रत्येक कंडिशनाक डिफरंट आसता कारणान तो वयर चडपाचो जो प्रॉब्लम आसा तो खरोच चॅलेंजींग आसलो. आनी तेन्ना हांवें तांकांय म्हणिल्लें की यू फर्स्ट डिझायन इट and then we will analyze it whether really it will basically work or not. आणि मग त्याच्या मागीर आमी ते तांच्यांनी डिझायन केलो. त्याच्यामुळे आमी टेस्ट केला, आमी वेरियस डिझायन केले, जवळ 3 ते 4 डिझायन्स केले युजींग अ डिफरंट मटेरियल्स. मायल्ड स्टील केले, मागीर एल्युमिनियम केले, कार्बन फायबर केले. मेन प्रॉब्लम जातालो तो टॉर्काचो. म्हणजे प्रत्येक हाका वयर चडपाक जे टॉर्क लागता, फोर्स लागता, तो फोर्स इफेक्टिवली मेळना आशिल्लो. मागीर आमी ताची फ्रेम जी आशिल्ली ती मायल्ड स्टील खूपच हॅवी जाताली. ती मायल्ड स्टील आमी एल्युमिनियम केली. एल्युमिनियम फ्रेम करतकच आमकां अशें लक्षान आयलें की द सफिशियंट टॉर्क वीच इज रिक्वायर्ड टू बेसिकली ओवरकम दॅट फोर्स, दॅट इज बेसिकली इट इज वी आर गेटिंग इट आनी आमी वयर ते व्हरू शकता.
For the cutting arm, we have used the 3D printing technology entirely, and that was provided by the Goa State Innovation Council's prototyping lab. We designed the arms, links and everything, and then finally 3D printed it on the printers that are provided in the lab. The links of the cutting arm is made up of carbon fiber, again for lightweight, and we have used a total number of 11 motors. 8 motors are used to climb the tree, aid in the climbing, and 3 again motors are used for the movement of the cutting arm and the blade of it.
हे आमी लास्ट जुनांतल्यान सुरवात केली. ह्यो जो प्रोजेक्ट आसलो तो सारको कन्सेप्ट स्टेजीचेर आशिल्लो जुनान, आनी जवळ जवळ आमकां 12 म्हयने लागले हे सगळें करपाक. तो पयले 2 म्हयने आमी कन्सेप्ट स्टेज, ताची इवॅल्युएशन, डिझायन हें केलें आनी ताच्या मागीर ताची एक्चुअल जे फॅब्रिकेशन आसा ते आमी सप्टेंबर ऑनवर्ड्स सुरवात केली.
The project was successful. In the final test, we conducted it on a 6-meter tree. It was able to climb it under 4 minutes, and the coconut harvesting part was done in another 2 minutes, and while coming down it took around 2 minutes to descend down on a coconut tree. It can actually harvest a bunch of the coconuts, as well as you can cut individual coconuts. So it has a remote controller. The person has to stand below the tree. He has to control the robot. It goes on top. It has a ascend button. While on pressing on it, it goes up. For the cutting mechanism, we have the movement for the links. There are two joints, so that there are 2 motors again, and that the arm can be extended and the cutting harvesting process can be done.
आम्ही याचं प्रूफ ऑफ कन्सेप्ट केला. मग प्रूफ ऑफ कन्सेप्ट इफ इट इज बेसिकली वर्किंग देन 100% वी कॅन गो हेड विथ द प्रॉडक्ट असो विचार आसा. ह्यो जो प्रूफ ऑफ कन्सेप्ट आसा इट इज बेसिकली वर्किंग, इट इज वायबल एंड इट कॅन बेसिकली वी कॅन टेक इट फॉरवर्ड. मागीर आमकां अशें दिसता की ह्यो प्रोजेक्ट आमी घेवन एक स्टार्टअप कशें फुडें वचूं शकता. कारण गोंयान जर आनी वेस्ट कोस्ट जर पळयत जाल्यार चडशे कोकोनट प्लांटेशन आसा एंड फायंडींग a skilled person is very difficult.
So this project was funded by Goa State Innovation Council, and the approximate cost for the project was around 35,000 rupees.
So Goa State Innovation Council, they gave us a funding of 20,000. They did a mentoring session for us, as well as they provided us the facility which is there with them, that is a laser cutting and the 3D printing. So because of that we printed various iterations ऑफ अ प्रोजेक्ट आणि ते शक्य फक्त 3D प्रिंटींग जी फॅसिलिटी तांच्या कडेन जी आसा एडवान्स 3D प्रिंटर विच इज देयर विथ देम. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट ओनली इट इज पॉसिबल.
While testing, we came across a person who was very interested. He was actually a farmer, and he was very interested in it. Like, it is an ease for them. They don't have to actually manually climb a tree and cut the coconut. So he was happy to look for such a product.
आयज जर पळोवपाक गेले जाल्यार गोंयानच धरपाक गेले जाल्यार सगळे जे फार्मर्स आसात ते पार्ट टायम फार्मर्स मॅक्झिमम आसा. फूल टायम फार्मर्सूय आसात ना न्ही. पण फार्मर्साचो मेन प्रॉब्लम जो आसा दॅट इज बेसिकली अ स्कील लेबर एंड द लेबर इज द इश्यू. लेबर इंटेन्सीव वर्क जाता. सो ताच्या खातीर सगळेच फार्मर जे आसात दे आर बेसिकली वर्किंग ऑन अ मॉडल वीच वील बेसिकली गीव अस अ कायंड ऑफ ऑटोमेशन एंड द लेबरियस टास्क वीच इज देयर दॅट वील बी रेड्यूस. म्हणजे लेबराचेर चडशे डिपेंडंट रावपाक जायना, हाच्या खातीर काम करतात. तर चडशे फार्मर्स आमी हाची डेमो सुद्दां आमी 2-3 फार्मराक दिवपाचो प्रयत्न केलो. तांचो सुद्दां असो इनपूट आसा की इट इज बेसिकली इट वील गीव अ कायंड ऑफ आउटपूट एंड अशें कितें तरी म्हणजे वी हॅव टू वर्क ऑन दॅट प्रॉडक्ट. इफ यू बेसिकली गीव दीस एज अ प्रॉडक्ट टू अ फार्मर्स 100% they are basically they will go ahead with that.
If we go for mass scale production, it can be an individual unit can be sold at around 60,000 rupees.
सध्या जे अवेलेबल आसात प्रत्येक जण ट्राय करता की हे करपा खातीर. आमचो जो आसा तो इनोवेटीव टेक्नीक अशें आसा की वी कॅन रिमोटली हँडल इट. मागीर अशे खुबशे लोक ट्राय करतात की अ पर्सन वील क्लायंब इट, बट वी आर बेसिकली ट्रायंग टू डू समथींग कॉल्ड एज बेसिकली रिमोटली वी कॅन डू इट. सो दॅट पर्सन वील बी ॲट द ग्राउंड स्टेशन. द मशीन ऑर द डिवाइस वील गो ॲट द बेसिकली ॲट द टॉप ऑफ द ट्री. And using a image processing we can do the harvesting of it. So matured coconut only it will be harvested.
Our guide was Swapnil Ramani sir, and the co-guide was Gaurish Samant.
So the guide I am and my students, we are basically thinking to go ahead with the patenting with the Indian Patent Agency, and the preliminary basically the patent search we have already finished it, and we would like to go ahead with the patenting of it.
With one battery pack, it can climb around 5 trees, and then it has to be recharged again.
For a per trip, it basically the total battery life, if you see, around 30 minutes it can go. So, eka tree cher jar samaj jar jitle matured coconut asa, that all the coconuts we can basically harvest.
I, along with my team, would like to thank the Don Bosco College of Engineering first of all. Then we would like to thank our guides, Swapnil sir and Gaurish sir. Also, we would like to thank the Goa State Innovation Council for allowing us to use the prototyping lab, as well as providing with the funding that was required for the project.